Things your students may not know.
You'll see recent activity. That'll be things like posts from your teachers or groups that you're in. So what you want to do to find your classes is to go to courses. You can either go here where it says courses or here where it says course dashboard. Okay. Now, with your courses, usually you'll have a lot more than just one. This is a demo, so we just have one class. But what you'll find is all of your classes here. And if you get confused, the easiest thing to do is to read the class name right here. Okay, once you're in your courses, there's two different pages that you want to look at. One is called updates, and that's where your teacher will send messages to everybody in the class. The other thing is materials, and that's all of the things for your class. So for your classes, your teachers will have it organized for you. They'll direct you where to go. But let's take a look at some of the things that we see. So inside our classes, we often see this icon. That is for an assignment. You might see this icon. That's for a quiz. There's also an icon that looks similar to that. That's for assessments. And you can see they both look like little puzzle pieces. So those are quizzes or tests that your teacher might put in Schoology. All right, so let's click on an assignment. And you'll see that with the assignment, there's learning targets and then the directions. Your teacher will put everything you need to know in here. If they need you to go to another web page, there'll be a link right there. So everything you need to know what to do will be in your assignment. So you just have to read through the directions. If there's something to submit through Schoology, you'll see a submit assignment button. If you're not sure how to submit the assignment, take a look at the bottom of the directions. It'll always show you how to submit. And just read that carefully. Teachers, there's a couple other things you might want to notice. When you're first on your Schoology page, like I said, these are going to be all the updates from any of your teachers. But also you can look over here and anything like an assignment that you didn't turn in, that's going to show up in your overdue and it'll show you when that was due. Also, any assignment you have coming up that have a due date, you'll see those here. You can always click on the calendar to see everything all at once. Let's take a look at the icons up here. I want to point out two icons, the notifications and the message. The message is if your teacher wants to send you a specific message, you'll see a little dot on here that you have a new message to look at. If you want to send a message to your teacher, click new message and send a message to your teacher. If you see an icon, a little dot on the bell, that's the notifications. That means that there is something for you to look at. A lot of times that'll be that something new is posted by your teachers, or it might be that something was graded by your teachers. Remember that everything you need is going to be on Schoology. You just have to get used to where everything is. I would suggest just playing around with it and getting familiar with it before you have to use it for your classes. Take a look at a few more things about navigating with Schoology. First of all, I want to point out groups. Groups are clubs or different activities that you might join here at school. So the way you get into a group is your group advisor will give you a code. And what you'll do is you'll click join group, put in that code, and then you'll be in that group. You want to make sure you don't confuse that with courses. Courses are classes that you are assigned and you're automatically assigned to those. Okay, the other thing I want to point out that can be a little confusing is resources. This resources link are just things that you can save on your own. But what we don't want to do is confuse that with whenever we're doing an assignment and we're submitting something from our Google Drive, we click this tab and we go to resources. That's not the same as this resources. This is what's going to connect you to your Google Drive so you can find a file that you have to submit. The last thing I want to go over with our navigation is these little things, we call them breadcrumbs. So when you move through Schoology, you'll always see these little words in blue, and there's a little link to that. That helps you can just keep navigating through. You can, of course, always click courses. And what I always suggest is if you're in a course and maybe you're at an update, or maybe you're in an assignment and you really dug pretty deep, always go to where it says materials, and that'll take you right to the list of everything for your class.